And you know we ain't capable of good.
Um, I woke up early this morning. In fact, I've been literally just, okay, literally been asking the Father for direction and guidance and how we would deliver this message today. Almost like a repeat of last Sunday. But I just had this move. I just found myself just like drifting in the atmosphere. Kind of like Paul said, I was in the heavens on that third day. And I saw things that others have not had the privilege of seeing. And when you have those moments as a prophet or slash as a seer, you see a picture that others don't see. You get a glimpse of what's going on in the world that we live in. The pandemic is going to be an ongoing subject until it's resolved, if it ever be resolved. As we know, this is not the first pandemic that ever hit the world, but it's just one that we've been a part of. And what I'm believing that we all gonna rise to the occasion and say, Lord, what must I do to be saved? You know, every day we see on television or we hear by way of social media that someone transitioned, whether through COVID, through a failing health issue, or just a tragic death from the killing of individuals. And everybody got their view, everybody got their opinion, what is justice and what's not justice. Everybody put the race card in some particular form of a situation. But let me tell you something, race is not the issue. The issue is heart matters. The issue is our people who are determined to be abusive, or people who are determined to operate in a system that they would never operate in. You got the law and you got the criminal. It's just amazing how we try to separate them, but they both have connection. My son Joel, when he goes out to travel and he sees things, he's been in law enforcement for years, he's seen things happen, and he's seen some probably the most traumatic things that most of you and I could not bear. But it doesn't change the fact that there is not an issue that is facing people. People are using the pandemic as an excuse to be buck wild, but the reality is just sin. It's darkness. And until we understand the psychological aspect of darkness, we just turning our wheels and not making no motion. And I'm talking today about the stronghold of carrying old baggage. And all of us are guilty of this. We all have had our shares of luggage that we didn't need. I looked in my wife's closet again, and I was just amazed on the purses. I didn't say purses, if that proper grammar, of that she has in the closet. I'm thinking we could have a good, clear debt estate sale. I didn't say yard sale. This is estate stuff. This is not the. An estate sale means stuff of value. But it's not a criticism of her, because I looked around, I found out that I had a lot of luggage. I got a backpack here and a backpack there, a backpack everywhere. And I find myself buying more backpacks. Because I give a justification reason why I need it. And I'm talking about baggage. One luggage is more than enough to travel. Now listen, there are 3 people that I travel with on vacation that literally, out of the 3, 2 of them takes me and another person to a whole nother level of, do you need that much luggage? Who needs change of shoes for the beach? Just wear your sandals. So we'll travel, needing a extra large long bed, Denali truck, just to put their bags in that they're not going to use. We're paying bellhoppers $20 and $30 a pop for the burden of carrying extra luggage, because I know they're already cussing in their mind. So they get out and they bring not one roller, two. One for her and one for her. Because Vern and I carry our own. We're just going away 2 days. And the first day don't count because, you know, you just got the clothes you're going to wear to get there. By the time you check in, that's it. But they got to do a Aretha Franklin changing outfit. That's serious stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what is the normacy of this. What are we gaining with the same old, before the pandemic and then through the pandemic? Luggage. More luggage that they almost give you a fine for. And then you buy luggage to come back with. I'm venting this morning. But this reminds me, honestly, that all of us have excess baggage that we keep claiming that we haven't gone through. I recently hired Deacon Bernard to come to my home and clean out my storage shed, because I'm not a clutter, not like that. I have a lot of space. I like to see how I can walk around and actually turn my riding lawnmower in my shed. Let me get this out before Deacon Milton and Deacon Noble start running their mouth. This past Tuesday, as y'all may not know, I helped cut the grass. I did a wonderful job. Fabulous job. But the devil got in the way, and somehow I was being led by the Spirit in the long wilderness of world changes to drive the lawnmower back into the shed that I was not authorized to do. In fact, somebody was calling my name. I didn't hear him. And not being familiar with the equipment, what that thing called? Snitch? Roll bar snitch. Gotta hear that. Snitch roll bar. What is it? Who gets stitches? Snitches get stitches. So I somehow, when I went into the shed, it's only so big, it lifted itself up as though it was about to do a wheel. It was actually there like this, and my eyes were like on the other side. Lord, is this the last of the last? You ever seen your light before you? You say, I saw the light flashing, and all of a sudden the zero turn went just like that, and I started heading right through the door. Only thing stopped me was all that stuff D got in there that kept me from going to the other side. That was a personal baggage testimony that I had, that they felt like they had the right to start sharing it. So before they tell my stuff, I'm gonna tell myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what happened. They wasn't there. They were there, but they wasn't, because they weren't riding. I was riding. Everybody forgot all about the 99 things I did right in cutting the grass and clean cut, zooming fast like I got a professional trainer. Made one mistake, one baggage that was in place that wasn't supposed to be in place, and they forgot all about the good that I did. I think we need to have a board meeting. I told Deacon, I'm not ordaining you, and I'm going to find me a new chairman. Deacon Porter, you ready? We need to bring young folks up anyway. But the point I'm making this is that we all got situations that we all have been unfortunate, in some incident, fortunate to experience. I never thought that I would look in my storage shed and I would have so much stuff in there that have accumulated over the years. Now, I'm not a hoarder, but I had a lot of stuff. You know how men think, I can use this in the future? You buy it now for the future, and the future never comes because you never need it. And that was my situation. So, because I don't like snakes, I didn't tell Deacon Bernard about it. I just hired him to go clean it out in case something's in there. When he come right now, I said, I meant to tell you that, the woods do have snakes over there. So the Bible says, don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. So Bernard pulls everything out of the storage shed. We go through it, we cipher through it, and I see all this baggage and luggage. And I said, man, I got a lot of luggage. And I said, I was very mindful that I had just put the snake away down, so I felt comfortable because the snake away run the snakes away. So I went to the first bag like this, listening for a sound. Thank God that wasn't no sound, because I would have ran out of there. Wouldn't have had no illustration this morning until Bernard came and cleaned out the storage shed again. And I noticed I had this bag here, I had that bag, and I had that bag, and I had a bag that Mother Boykin brought from South Carolina that she don't use. But anyway, can all this luggage, I said, man, there's a lot of luggage here. There's a lot of baggage. But all baggage has a history to them. They are very significant because that's why we have them. But my question would be, is what's in the bags that you haven't ridded yourself of? See, the purpose of this backpack is when I first started cycling, I went through a cycle of, I think I need this, I need that. I want to look like a bicycle cyclist. Even though I wasn't one at the time, I want to look professional. The pants, the shirt, and everything, the helmet, everything. And so I got my first backpack. So I'm going to ride these miles, and I'm going to have my food with me. I'm going to have all my extra water and my Gatorade. I'm going to have my Powerade mixture. I'm going to have my energy bar. That's a whole lot of stuff in one bag. I mean, the ride was going to be difficult. It's because I was being weighed down with stuff. The purpose of the aerodynamics around a bike is to be as light as possible, not to carry weight. But I added weight to the bags that I didn't need. And all they did was slow down my momentum. That which would have been 5 miles only wound up being a mile. Because I was tired already, just moving. And then I had all the wrong gear into something. I'm a black man with a full winter outfit. I didn't know it. I had the long pants on, and I rode with one of my Caucasian bicycle person, and white person. So I rode with them, and he laughed at me. And he didn't say why he was laughing, but I knew he was laughing because I had more than I needed. So he said, pray then, it's summer. I'm like, well, it was cool this morning. The first thing in the morning it'd be kind of cold. It was chilly, so I feel like, man, my outfit I'm gonna be good to go. But didn't realize it's gonna be 80 degrees by 11 o'clock. So we ride, and all of a sudden, I'm sweating more than sweating need. I got the heavy luggage, got the wrong gear on. And the sad thing is, he tried to tell me, but I didn't want to listen because I knew what's best for me. Because I'm riding this bike, I'm a little professional, I want to look the part, but that part was killing me. Sometimes people are trying to help you rid of the stuff, but you want to look fashionable. And fashionable will get you in trouble because there's something about one experience that you don't have and related to what you're trying to do or striving to do that doesn't work. The old saying, there's nothing new under the sun, according to the Ecclesiastes. So everything that you think you're doing new and different, I promise you, is not new, it's not different. It's the way you're doing it, you think it's new, but it's the same result. It's like going to the gym. It's no good going to the gym. You're not going to stay committed to it. There's no need to get a treadmill if you're going to keep looking at it. There's extra luggage. There's no need to buy a lot of shoes you ain't going to wear. See, everything has a purpose, But the question is, why do you buy these things? Why do we hold on to stuff that we don't need? Why do we entertain people who are not good for us? Why do we go to places that are not beneficial? Why are we trying to change people who don't want to change? Because sometimes there are people in your life, family, friend, all 4, the 3 F's, who do not have no desire to change. You cannot change a jackass. I want to leave the jack off, but I'm going to just add it for y'all comfort. My point of this is that some people, they got so much excess baggage that are filled with strongholds that when you try to pull it from them, they resist it. You'll find yourself spending a whole lot of energy, wasted time, trying to bring someone up who don't want to come up. You have made it to a certain place in life, you've rid yourself of some of that baggage, and you're taking on other folks' baggage. Now you're collecting their stuff and their stuff and your stuff and their stuff and your stuff along with other folks' stuff. Now you got a whole lot of stuff. Let's put it in a metaphor of reality. Many of us are carrying other folks' burden that they are not responsible for carrying themselves. Parents, uncles, grandparents, whatever. Friends, associates. We carry other people's luggage, a baggage that we were not required to carry. And if you're not careful, the enemy will try to make you feel guilty for not wanting to carry it. He'll use the very scripture against you. Bear ye one another burden. But do you know what that word bear burden means? It means bear ye one another. We're both going to go through this together. I'm not going to carry your luggage when you can carry yours. And sometimes we give people a leeway and stand stuck because we keep assisting them instead of letting them grow up. I don't talk to somebody. Because what happened in life is when you deal with the stronghold of carrying old baggage, meaning stuff that you don't even need no more. Relationships that you don't need to embrace no more. Certain things that you've done of your past should not be in your luggage anymore. And sometimes we think that's a testimony. It's an entrapment. Because the more you talk about that foolish past of yours, and you put glory to it, you put a little human anointing on it, to shine it, to make it more than what it is, you only carry more weight. The very thing you should have been emptying, because when we go on vacation, my wife will tell you, as soon as I get back, what the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to unpack. When does she unpack? 2 weeks later, sometime. I've learned to grow in grace. Because why? That's her baggage. That's right. See, instead of me getting all aroused, upset about her baggage, just the Lord, give me strength to move around this mountain or climb if I have to. Whatever God you do, give me the power to overcome it. And then the Holy Spirit telling me, the baggage is hers. Why are you focusing on it? If she don't want to empty that baggage, that's on her. You just find your way around it. It ain't stopping you from growing, and God knows it ain't worth going to hell about. And I ain't sure going this year about Joel. Because sometimes we fight over stuff that ain't worth fighting for our families. So I've gotten accustomed of the luggage going to be there a few days. I bring it out for her. I'm a gentleman. I unload it. When it's time to travel, she knows I'm very just, Lord, help me. I know I'm going to carry this load. But I'm going to do it for the sake of grace and mercy. Because I need to travel on a vacation, and you got tension going on. So I'll bring up luggage. I said, babe, you ready yet? I'm almost there. Now, I've been packed 2 days ago. So I say, are you ready? And by the time she comes with that big brown bag, and she's pulling it. I go get it. What you got in there? Is a baby in here or what? I pull the bag, and I put it in the color. I put it neat and get it set. And also she said, oh, I forgot. I need to put something in there. I don't put my stuff on top of it. I mean, I got to move my stuff to get to that stuff what she wants, and all she putting in is a file. After 3 times, you realize, you already know the pattern, what's going to happen. Just get used to it, but you never get used to it. Now you say you're going to get used to it, Vern, you never get used to it. You say, before we go on vacation, it ain't going to bother me this year. I'm going to be strong in this one. I'm going to hold myself on this one. And I always fail. Then they ask you a question. Are you good? Anything wrong? I'm good, babe. I'm good. But it's teaching me for 10 years, let her have her baggage. And stop investing your energy and your time and your anger with it. Because she's going to do it next year again and the next year again. Because it's her baggage. My baggage is convenient. It's nice and packed. OCD beyond measure. I got my toothpaste here lined up. I got my medicine right here. You know, we got to have my medicine. Did you take your medicine? Yeah, I got to have my medicine right there. The medicine in place. Everything I need is in place. It's in my bag. One bag. One bag in the name of Jesus. One bag. It's all in there. I can tell you where everything at immediately. And then if I need something that I don't have in my bag, I just say that, where's such? She said, go look in my bag. I already know. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to go through a jungle, searching, finding what could be, may not be there. It's there, but it's all the way at the bottom. But I'm learning that's her luggage. See, if I'm not careful, I will allow this stronghold to bind me from enjoying the best of life because of someone else's decision. It's not a sin for her to have her luggage. I need to mind my business, not my luggage. Because if you're not careful, it becomes a stronghold. You're trying to fix something that don't need to be fixed. Because she's comfortable with her luggage. She's comfortable with her baggage. It doesn't mean her baggage is bad. It's just not good for praying. I ain't talking about problems. I'm talking about praying. It ain't good for praying. Because the prophet get where I would say, thou shalt be gone. Anyway, the word stronghold is a firm, sound, or powerful, and therefore not easily broken, destroyed. That's a stronghold. And I have to be transparent with you. We all in this room have strongholds. You may not confess it, may not acknowledge it publicly, but we all do. And every stronghold requires a strong individual to be willing to acknowledge they got a stronghold. Every stronghold is not a sin. It's just a situation that you may be involved with that makes it difficult to be a part of. The luggage is her business. Kimmy luggage is her business. I already know when we go pick them up or they pick us up, I already know Kimmy got one whole side completely full. No need looking for the snack because you ain't going to find them because they're already covered. But instead of being offended with Kimmy, I just let Kimmy have it because Vern is her husband. And I see the stress on him. And I say, I feel you, brother. I feel you. We have all kind of sidebar conversations, men. Yep, my PTSD's up too, brother. It just set me to another level. But I don't allow their situation to impact me from my freedom. So I address that the stronghold that I deal with is wanting people to be the way I wanted to be for me. When they were designed to be the way they are for the work of God. So that's why I don't be Lord of God's people. I'm just your pastor. I'm not your God. I'm not trying to be in the place of God. I'm just a pastor, yielded to the voice of him to fulfill the assignment. So I realize if I got strongholds, if they got strongholds, we all got strongholds. Everybody need to be responsible for their own strongholds is what I'm saying. The word baggage, this is very interesting here. It says, it is emotional thoughts that stem from painful or unpleasant past experiences. Yeah. And that affects one's outlook or behavior. That's baggage. How many can attest to that? You got some things that has affected you emotionally. Sometimes you find your thoughts still there, and it all derived from your upbringing. The way of a child development lots of time gets affected by what happened then. That he or she eventually tucks in a luggage and keeps it there. Becomes a reminder. It stays with them. Counseling is good, but the truth of the matter is the situation is not really dealt with the way it needs to be dealt with. So they carry a childhood situation to an adult, and then they become an old seasoned person, still with the same baggage, same history. And history repeats itself if it's not addressed. The psychological part of this is sometimes we take our baggage as a place of comfort. You know, it's a security thing. But the truth of the matter is not security. It keeps you in bondage. It keeps you from making progress in this life because the enemy does this. He reminds you of what's inside your baggage or your luggage that need to be rid of, but he don't help you get rid of it. He gives you excuses to stay there. He gives you justification to hold on to because your emotions now are tied to it. You got a connection to this thing. And now, over a period of time, it had become an investment of yours. You should have gotten rid of it, but the reason you haven't been able to get rid of it because you haven't been taught how to get rid of it. Because sometimes we've been told as young males, boys don't cry, men don't cry. Now, maybe men don't cry, but boys do. I'm a kid. I should cry. And as a man, it shouldn't be nothing wrong with me crying as a man. Why? It's an expression of emotion. But if I've been told to suppress my emotion, I now seal the baggage of the situation, and I never deal with it the way I need to be dealt with. And I take it out on people. And not only has it affected me, now I'm affecting others with it. No matter how much we try to laugh about it, that history is still in the bag. And the only way this thing going to become free is that Jesus set me free. And Jesus only can set me free if I'm willing to allow the unzipping of the luggage. How many of you found yourself, you've been in this thing for salvation for a while, and you still got some of the same crazy stuff going on? Got some bad memories. Got some history. Got some things that you know you need to get rid of, but you haven't made to get rid of. The possibility is you have now come to a place you become immune to them. You become immune to the situation, the history. So it's an unpleasant past experience, and that affects one outlook or behavior. So a lot of time when we see people acting out of character, it's stuff in the luggage. It's the baggage. See, when I married Sandy, I knew she had baggage. She knew I had baggage. We have talked about the baggage, but we slowly have been unpacking the luggage to get rid of some of the baggage because it's become a trust matter. Because you can't tell everybody your stuff. And the people you should tell, you ain't telling. So you're not telling nobody, but the people you should have told could have helped you, but you're not telling because you're being deceived that if you tell them, because of your trust issue, you stay in bondage. Am I making sense? So I have several luggages here, some with wheels, some to carry, and some to style us with. That's how luggage does. You know, you got the stylish luggage. You know, y'all buying this, you know, what that guy name? Michael Kors. Yeah. So you buy a $500 luggage piece. Feel good for the moment, but the truth of the matter, you got stuff in there. You now made your luggage fashionable. That's to deflect people from seeing you. Because they say, you're doing good. I love your luggage. Don't look at the luggage. Try to find out what's the baggage. In a relationship, get to know the baggage. And most of us don't want to do that. When we come to discover someone, meet someone, We don't deal with their baggage. We don't look at their luggage. We don't look at the outward appearance. The outward expression does not define who the person is. It's what's on the inside of that baggage, or that luggage, is the baggage. It's the stuff in there. See it for what it is. Don't look at the Michael Kors symbol. It may be a knockoff. Because sometimes we sell it for the knockoff instead of getting the real, genuine stuff. You know, like the fake diamonds. No, the one that look like a diamond, but you know it ain't zucchini. What do you call it? What's it, zucchini? Zirconia. What is it? Yeah, whatever the words. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all had that one time before. Nevertheless, and it's okay. That's what you want to do. But the truth of it is not like the real diamond. We have luggage. The problem is we won't take out what's inside of it. You ever had luggage, Mike, that you got stuff from the last vacation that you didn't take out, and it's still there? Stuff there, like me and Kimmy. We'll go hotel, we'll go vacation. The hotel. We love collecting the soap. I paid for it, I was getting the most I can. Then we're gonna be Eli one day, you know. The movie Eli, he having that special stuff that was short. So we got all kind of, extra stuff. And I've gone through some of my luggage. I said, man, when did I get that soap? The purpose of the soap is to be used, not the store. And the reason I know it's a stronghold is that we be making contact with each other of what we're going to get at this hotel. We're not stealing. We just get extra for the day we're not going to be there. Extra soap for the room. That's a stronghold. That means something in Kimmy and Prayton that is binding us to get more than what we need. And it become habitual. And if you don't get rid of it, you have a whole lot of piled up stuff, a lot of baggage, and it has a connection. Something is missing. Something needs to be resolved, is why I'm taking more soap than I need, because I got plenty of soap at home. In fact, I use what's it called? Shower gel. Yeah. Every time you use soap, you keep dropping it, you get tired. Drop it again. You get tired dropping the soap. Then they came out with the soap the soap with the rope on it. Still dropping that too, man. Just spray myself, just wash. But it's the baggage. It's holding on things that are not needed for me, but they are not very necessarily harmful to me. But then I need it. See, sometimes we think everything is related to sin. No, something related to habits that need to be broken. It stops the productivity and the progress of your life because you got too much stuff inside of the luggage that you don't need. And when you find old stuff in your luggage that's been there 5 years, you know you need deliverance. Same thing with habits. In the book of Luke, chapter 9, Jesus addresses simple like this, related to strongholds. And he says, another also said, I will follow you, Lord, as your disciple, but first let me say goodbye to those at my home. But Jesus said to him, no one who puts his hand to the plow and looks back to the things left behind is fit for the kingdom of God. As I'm moving in this walk with Christ, I cannot be looking back at old baggage. Now, some people, you don't like it, you just got to cut your ties with. And it may be painful, family, friends, whatever, but there's some people you got to cut the ties with or go on a temporary sabbatical from. Because they're only bringing weights to your life. You're trying to fix people who don't want to be fixed. trying to make somebody be what you want them to be, and that's not what they been designed to be. It's like a parent trying to make your son to be a football player because you couldn't be one. You're going to make your daughter be a cheerleader because you couldn't be a cheerleader, so you're going to live your career through her or him, and they don't even want to do that. And you get frustrated. Because you're trying to make them be what you want them to be instead of letting them be what they want to be. Help them to live their own identity. And not live yours through them. So he says, it's not fit for the kingdom. So in other words, anything I'm holding on that's not going to bring God's glory, I need to let go of it. I need to unpack it. Whatever's inside here that is not needed no more, I didn't put anything. I should have put stuff in here. I should just take it out and get rid of it. And like I said last time, don't lay it aside, get rid of it. Because if I lay it aside like all these bags, I'm going to pick them back up. And I'm going to find a reason why I need to hold on to this bag, because one day we're going to go on a 3-day vacation and I need more room. Y'all do that. You know, that's so nice. I can see how that'll fit, how that'll work in. You'll work it in. You'll work it in. And it's not even workable. But you have it. You hold on to it. You invest in it. You buy it. You hold on to it. And all it does is add more luggage to your collection. If you die, you can't take it with you. There's a lot of luggage left behind. And most people don't want your old luggage. Unless it is something of value. If it's not value, they're going to toss it with the other stuff. Claim is a one, whatever. So I'm saying here, these luggage is multiple luggages, different color, different size, and different style. But it's still luggage. No matter how you try to make it look, it's still luggage. Holding your stuff that God already told you to rid yourself up. Attitude, selfishness, the pride, unforgiveness, mean spirit, racist, prejudice, hateful, out of control, unsettled, can't be told anything. All that's is baggage. But it comes from some experience that you had that now, if you don't get rid of it, it develops you to more like it, and it forms you. And once it forms you, it's hard for you to become unformed from it. You stay in what you invest in. The things that you cherish the most will be the thing that you hold on to the most. Are y'all getting this? They said no one's put his hand to the plow and looks forward, looks back to the things left behind. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. All things are what? Well, then why are you not passing them away then? Why you still got them? Old things that are not beneficial for your spiritual aspect, of your spiritual growth in Christ, your spiritual relationship with God. Why are you still holding on to the things of bad memories? Why is that collection so important to you when God done told you to get rid of it? One day it's going to be worth something. It's junk now, it'll be junk then. Because it's your junk. Nobody wants your junk. Are you following me? Nobody wants your baggage. I understand you got baggage, but I don't want your baggage. I helped you with your baggage, but I'm not trying to embrace your baggage. That's yours. I got mine. You got yours. Prophet, that sounds selfish. I mean, you don't care about property. No, I didn't say that. I just know there's something that she does that she needs rid of on her own without my assistance. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. You have to change the mentality of yourself and not others. Again, we spend a whole lot of time trying to change people who don't want to change. And all the change that I think she needs is not her need of the change. It's my desire for the change. But I have to learn to mind my business. It's not making me, and it's not breaking me. But somehow we find ourselves majoring in the minors of other folks' baggage. It's called not learning to mind your own business. It's quiet. So, if you turn from the plow in the position of a farmer to look back, your roll will be crooked. See, it don't look crooked going forward. It's crooked when you have gone forward. Because when you look back, you're going to make a little turn, get back on, and you're not going to see it in the beginning. In the front of you is when you get past, oh, and you look, oh man, I made a crooked. For some reason, Elder Mike and Lady Heron, I cannot back that truck back straight. Even with the backup review stuff, I cannot back it up straight. I mean, literally, my truck, you see it out of the day, I'm going to beat you before you get out there. It's got a slight turn opposite than the straight is supposed to be. But then Santa can drive that truck, or drive the vehicle, and back it straight up and be on point. And I'm just as jealous as I can be. And then I can pull forward, and she needs Jesus. So she's my backing person, and I'm her driving forward. My point is this, again, we all got our strengths and weakness. My inability to back the truck up or the vehicle up straight is a battle for me. For her, it's ease. But for her to pull forward, it's a challenge for her. For me, I take that big ram right on up in there, proud and looking good, feeling good. Just don't ask me to back it up. Please don't ask. I run on you and your family. So I can't look backwards trying to go forward. You cannot serve God forward looking back at your past. You cannot grasp the future stuck in the past. If you talk about the past too long, you'll be back there. Talk about old ex-lover too long, you'll meet him again. Am I right about it? Anybody that I allow to be in my thought process, if I don't cast that thought of them or that situation, it will affect the future. I cannot put her in the limelight of my former marriage. That's the past. That's baggage that I had that I brought to the new marriage. She allows me to share, but she don't take ownership of it. And she doesn't allow me to bask in the ambience of it. I mean, stand there talking about how it was when I'm not there no more. See, the healthy relationship is that I hear your situation, but I can't invest letting you stay there with me. See, some of you all cannot meet the Mr. Right or Miss Right because you still keep talking about the wrong right. I understand you got a history. Don't let history be the present. That's baggage. I'm helping somebody. Because a lot of relationships has been hindered because people keep talking about their past. To the point like, you sure you still ain't there? You sure you still don't love them? Okay, you remind me of such. Wait a minute, that's enough. You don't say that 3 times. In 30 years, that's 3 times in 30 years, you don't say that's too much. But if we're not careful, playing with your baggage and your luggage that you haven't taken out, every time you open, you'll see it. And then something about talking about it seems to be gratifying. Why? Because you're attached to it. You have put value on it. And when you put value on something that should not be valuable no more, it remains valuable. And no one should be forced to live with your baggage that you don't want to get rid of. Mr. Death threw a part. Well, you already hit. Because you're departing us because you don't want to get rid of the baggage. We got it, but don't keep holding on to it. Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. It said, for though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. Listen to this. For though we live in what? The world, we do not wage war as the world does. Verse 4. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish some strongholds. Strongholds that you can rid yourself of. It demolishes strongholds. Whatever the stronghold is, you have the power through the Holy Spirit to put an end to it. So whatever baggage is in your life that is your stronghold, the Bible says He has given us what we need to demolish the strongholds. And He didn't say stronghold, holes, plural. You don't have one baggage. You got several baggage in the luggage. And again, if you're not careful, you'll take a small amount of this baggage out of this luggage to put it in this luggage, to hold it down, to secure it down. Though you say you're not doing it no more, but you only transferred the baggage to the other luggage. If you didn't have this extra luggage, you hadn't any transfer too. Now, if you only got one, you're forced to seal and deal with that one. But if you can take that one and put it away temporarily, in an amount of time, it's going to resurface. And we don't change our situation by transferring it to another bag, another luggage. But we do. We just change partners. Same situation, just a different person. I get away from the job, I'd be good. But you're the real issue. It wasn't the job, it's you. You and your baggage is the issue why your job and you don't get along. Because how did you get along day 1 and day 12 you don't get along? You're excited about the new job, you got it, and day 12, before you make the discipleship fulfillment, you already aborted. That's the perfect church. That's me. That's my church. That's my prophet. That's my man of God. And as soon as he starts dealing with your baggage, my season is up. And it comes to deal with your baggage because you said I said something that you didn't like, so you use that excuse to leave or to go. Instead of allowing the word to deal with you and to break you of you, you take offense with the messenger. He gave it. Tell him. You say you talk to him all the time, tell him about it. And when you tell him, he'll say, yes, I told Praise just that. Now sit yourself down and grow. And a lot of times we can't grow because we don't want nobody touching our baggage. You want to talk about it. Like men, we are more about solution. Ladies, y'all love to vent. And I know you find a brother, he like that to helping Jesus. However, but most men are about solution. Take it out of the bag, out of the luggage, and get rid of it. The lady, on the other hand, she want to look at it. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. I can help you. Here come. I can get it. No, man, with it yet. Oh. Just sashay all through the house with the same luggage. And then you get mad at the man because he don't have the ability to do that. Ladies, we men don't have the ability to sit and listen to a lot of ventilation. We want to just say it, give you advice, move on. If you don't want to have instruction or advice, find you another one look like you and have a shandiggy party. But most men, we just can't do it. Vern, he's just shaking his head. Yeah, Bob. He's just some stuff I get Vern in trouble. I don't agree with the man of God. He said, follow him as he followed Christ. I'm trying to follow him, and you trying to take me away from him. Okay, anyway, my point is this. Ladies, don't get impatient with your significant malefactor because he pretended in the dating process that everything you said was so important. He had agenda. The agenda was filled, and now he's back to being a man. You're never going to marry the perfect person. Because just like you got baggage, they got baggage. Oh, y'all learning something? Oh, thank you. They ain't like the Andy Griffin show we saw tonight. We watched the Andy Griffin marathon. That's her style. I like the Twilight Zone. She liked Andy Griffin marathon last night. And we was watching it. And she knew everything they're going to say, do before they said or did it. And I'm thinking, why are we watching this? You already know the next part of that sentence. That's another baggage I got to deal with again because I'm sitting there forced to watch Andy Griffin. So anyway, on Andy Griffin's show, Thelma, Lou was considered running for city council. And back then, in at that time, Ellie, it's Ellie. Okay, Ellie was going to run for city council. So Andy had two women then. Okay. It was Thelma. Thelma Lou wasn't his life one time. What? Yeah. Okay, let me say to the story. So, this is the sense of humor. So, the young lady was going to run for city council. Thought about it. That's not nothing you would do in the early 40s. That wasn't normal because men felt like they ran the show. That's why the war messed like it is. However, so she was going to run for council, city council for the first time, and Andy was against it. He kept keeping a woman's role. So she felt like, okay, so you don't realize I'm a pharmacist. So Andy comes to the soda shop, so she fits him a special soda that had milk and magnesia, S-lax, and she just put it all in. By the time he drank it, he said, oh, you trying to poison me? He already swallowed it. My point in this is, her baggage of revenge or to get even with him was to harm him. And some people operate the same mindset. If you don't agree with me, I'm going to hurt you. Baggage come in different forms. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 to 5. It says, for though we live in the world, we do not wage war. Verse 5, we demolish arguments and every pretension that set itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. We take captive some thoughts, convenient thoughts, what I feel thoughts. He said we take captive, lock down every thought to make it obedient to Christ. How do we make it obedient to Christ? We put the word, we apply the word to it, and we get out of our feelings. We stop doing us. Because that's baggage. Every time someone don't go your way, you take a personal retaliation, that's baggage. That's something you need to get delivered from. Because everybody's not going to agree with you. Everything's not a black and white thing. Some things are just realities. So if I don't agree with you, if you go into that luggage and you pull out a weapon of defense, you got a stronghold. Especially when you're talking about, every time I say something, you don't agree with me. It's not every time, just this time. But when you got baggage, you put everything in the everything box just to have your way. You never buy me nothing. Our grandkids love to say that. You never let us do this. You just did that last night. Am I right about it? Everyone, you never buy me no candy. I got a candy store in the cabinet. I almost got sugar diabetes on it. How it came up in here. So Lala tells me the other day, Papa, Amazon came. And I'm saying, okay, that's what be my secret. You said it loud. Me might hurt you. That's going to be another baggage situation we got to deal with. Why are you talking, Lala? Because she was thinking Amazon was bringing her a snap wrist thing. This little thing that Mama had, he wouldn't share with Lala. So, me and Papa, don't worry about it. I'll fix you, Mama. You don't want to share, I'm going to buy Lala on. Lala got that memory that never goes away. So the baggage come in, and she's talking about, Papa, what's in the box? The get over smile. I said, it's something for Papa. Now, I'm so silly not saying to see that box come to the door. So Lala's telling the story. No, Papa, where's my thing? I said, well, I'm going to get it. You never buy me nothing, Papa. I said, okay, Lala. But my point is this. Some of us do God that way. You never come through for me. You never give me the breakthrough. You never help me. I never can get success. God said, what do you mean you never get success? Didn't you just breathe? No, don't you have your right mind? Don't you have a roof over your head? Aren't you able to drive your vehicle? Even in the pandemic, have I not supplied your every need? So how do you say you never do that for me? Because I did for someone else that I did for you that I didn't do for them? That's the baggage. You even false accuse the Creator. Just to have your way. So I got to catch on every thought. Not some, every thought. Every thought, Tashawn, that goes against the grain of righteousness, I got to cast it down because there is a part of this baggage I'm not gotten rid of. It's why I keep surfacing. Paul said, I prayed 3 times and it's not yet gone. 3 times. But there's some things in our life, Deacon, Eonte, that we're going to deal with until Jesus takes us home. It may be the thing that keeps you safe. It may be the thing that keeps you from making a crazy decision. How many of y'all can say you made some crazy decision out of your emotion? And you just not long ago made some decisions in your emotion. Last chapter we'll pick up next week. Colossians 3, verse 8 to verse 10. He said, but now you also put off these. But now you also put off what? All these. Not some, because we try to get certain things that we take out and certain things we keep in. But now you also, who once were like this, but now you also put off all these. Anger. How many can say that's been part of your baggage? 0 to 60. Not 5 seconds. 0.0 centimeter per second. If you're not careful, because you got an anger thing going on, you'll put a value on it. Don't make me. You made me cuss. Yeah. 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 You testing the water. I feel my rage coming on. But that's baggage. Because your baggage is causing you to do things out of character that you should have got rid of, but therefore it may be in Christ. He is a new creature. All things pass away. No, I don't give myself entitlement to remain angry as hell. That's an excuse. He's already told me, put off all these. Not in your due season. God's not through me yet. Give an excuse. God's still working with me. When are you going to start working with God? Wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. What else? Lying, not one to another. Sin that you have put off the old man with his deeds. These are baggage, which are deeds, situation connected to my emotion, to my experiences, that God is saying, rid yourself of these things. If not, you'll start doing this. What was once set aside, you're carried around. And most people are not going to invade your backpack because they don't know what's in there. You know what's in your backpack. You know what's in your luggage. And God said, come out from among them. Be not like the world. Separate yourself. Change the dynamics of your life. But you can't change it because you're now wearing what once was laid to the side. Can you get that from me? And whatever's laid to the side, the day that you pick it up and you put it on, you have now made a claim of your baggage. You now went back and visited the place that you once would be visiting. And you're not careful, sometimes people help you to put on your old baggage. Even in good intention, she's aiding me to hold on to my baggage because she tightened it. I didn't ask her to do that. She gonna make it fit me. It was loose at first. I could easily get rid of it. Now I gotta work my way out of this thing now. And some of y'all doing just that. You're working your way out of this stuff because you let folks fit you for the outfit. As I say, what looks good on the mannequin doesn't mean you're supposed to wear it. It's just fashionable. And it says, lie not one to another, saying that you have put off the old man with his deeds and have put on the new man, come on, Mo, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. We are renewed in knowledge after him. Who is him? Christ, who created us. So Christ says, I can empty your bag if you open it. Why I know that's true? He said, I stand at the door and I knock. And who's opening it up and let me in, I come in, I sup with them. But God said, I'm not just coming in. You got to open up the door. You got to open up your heart. As long as you feel self-justified and justified in your behavior and your deeds and your baggage, you're only going to do this. You're only going to keep it closed to yourself. You open some department, but you keep something closed. You ever noticed in certain baggages, you got different departments? It's those small pockets that sometimes you put stuff in, you forget they're there. Yeah, it's the small things. A little leaving. It's the foxes that does this. I don't want, see, just found some, Kimmy. I ain't been to the sauna in 3 years, just in case. Hey, stand to your feet. And you at home are watching. I'm going to challenge everyone this Sunday. Next Sunday, I want you to bring a luggage of your own. And we're going to do something that's going to be very unique and related to how we're going to deal with the luggage. We'll give our application this week. But next Sunday, if you're going to be here, everyone bring your own personal luggage. And because of COVID, we're still going to practice CDC. No one's going to touch your luggage. You're not going to touch someone else. Not going to do no contact. But what I've learned and observed about my luggage, Elder Mike, is I took on more than I should have taken. I collected more than I needed. I promise you, I can't tell you the last time I used that one. Anybody got luggage like that? I can't tell you the last time I used it. But I saw it, and I said to myself, this is how long I've had it. I went traveling. Where I went? Let's look at the date. You don't have the date on here about. Well, here we go. 10/9/17. That's the last time I used this bag when I flew. I think I flew to North Carolina somewhere. But wherever I went, it had to be flown because it said 17. Well, where did we go in 17? In 17. Were you with me in 17? Yeah, you were here. Did I go overseas in 17? Do you remember? Where I went, I took a big bag, and I still got evidence. See, I got my proof. I still got my luggage. Falling away? Okay. See, I still got evidence. I got tangible luggage, dated, that I should have gotten rid of, had no memory of. And sometimes we do that. Man, I remember that. Wow. Man. My old phone number, 706-718-1964. That was my phone number before it was yours, correct? It always been your number? I'll have your phone number on my bag. Oh, it was the cruise. It said Majesty Cruise. This is the cruise. Hell on water. That was a cruise to hell. Because I don't want to hold on to it no more. See how you know, if you look at something long enough, you keep looking at it, you'll start reconciling, what's the word, thought process? Reminiscent of, oh man. God tell you, stop looking at the date, but you keep looking at it. And then finally hits you. Oh yeah, that was a terrible time for me. That's baggage. So I'm going to ask you, how many got some baggages? Yeah. So Father, every hair has gone up in acknowledgement that we got baggages. And the baggage that we have emotionally tied to some history from young to age. But through it all, you faithfully helped us when we couldn't help ourselves. We had moments of laughter today, but the truth of the reality behind our suitcases, our luggage, is memories that of things we need to get rid of. And in time we will. We give you glory. I pray that you visit every person in this room and every person by way of social media, that you meet them where they are and rid them of the baggage. Help them to reduce the luggage. Have no more than you need. For you, the God, to supply every need. So there be less of us and more of you and none of us. And God, deliver us from us, that we may be useful for you. Give us peace in the midst of the storm. Remove fear and doubt out of our lives. Remove politics from our hearts. Come back into us. And saturate us with love and kindness. To treat our neighbor as we want to be treated. Not to be angered with things that are irrelevant today. We thank you for the healing of the land, the nation, our hearts. In Jesus' name. Amen. Come on, give God a hand clap of praise. Hallelujah. So next Sunday, all that will, if you'll bring a luggage piece, I'm going to leave mine here. And the Holy Spirit going to do something so unique next Sunday. Would have been done this Sunday, but he said next Sunday. So everybody bring a piece of luggage if you're here. And we're going to see the move of God like never before. I'm going to take a day or two to go in consecration, because I know that the pandemic has taken a lot of weight on us. Some of us are broken. Some of us feel so stripped that you don't know what to do. But I'm going to assure you that this thing shall pass. This heart matter shall pass. This fear factor shall pass. Have a blessed day. Remember, this is a place where we say that the word is already know that we love.